shows out. So I just want to shout that event out. That was the Hospitality Included. That was their 3rd annual festival. You can jump over to Oxford Cafe group to get a little bit more detail on that. And then piggybacking on that, as you all know, this is 50 years of hip hop. When you're talking about music, you're talking about art, graffiti, style, fashion, jewelry. You can't mention it without mentioning hip hop and the influence that hip hop has played on this luxury end, especially when you're talking contemporary urban luxury. So LL Cool J is doing a book, and it was co-authored with a local artist from Detroit, Vicky Tobach, and Alec Banks. The title of the book is The Streets Win, and I believe it's going to be given a little bit more of an entrepreneurial perspective from individuals who took the music business head on, coming from unexperienced backgrounds, and just trying to make it in the music business, and kind of having to implement strategies or just come up with things on the fly to make it on the business side. So I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check out the book. I just thought it was something cool, especially because someone from Detroit is involved. And then when you're talking luxury, Detroit, music, fashion, it deserves a shout out. So I'm gonna give you a little bit, it's a first person recollection from some of hip hop's MCs, b-boys, graffiti artists, and DJs. And they show how they fell in love with hip hop, broke into the business, their artistic and personal styles and inspiration, and their views on hip hop and the current culture and music. Some of the stories will be in there from Salt and Pepper, MC Lyte, KRS-One, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Nas. So it's full of stories from individuals and icons. So if you get a chance, that book, I believe it's on pre-order for October 3rd. So check that out. So next up on the board is our last talking point for today. And this is coming from the business of fashion. A little bit of fashion news, a little bit of industry news, written by Brian Baskin over at Business of Fashion. And he kind of posed the question, where are all the aspirational shoppers going these days when you're talking fashion? So the fashion industry is consumed with, questions about what's happening to aspirational shoppers. Consumers wealthy enough to buy luxury goods in the good times, but not so rich that they are kind of oblivious to economic downturn. So Americans have taken a bit of a dip as far as consumer spending. Americans are spending less on the luxury end, and the market is trying to figure out where these aspirational shoppers are landing at. To give you an idea, when you start talking about Gucci, LVMH, when these financial times and these financial downturns or economic hardship moments come, the idea is to follow the money and to figure out where people, who's spending and where are they spending. So the real question that's being posed is, where are luxury consumers that are not just egregiously wealthy or oblivious to economic hardship? Where do luxury consumers turn when they are taking a break or giving their credit cards or bank accounts a break from the high-end luxury brands? And the idea is kind of this mid-level luxury approach. What I think is about to start happening is big brands are going to, these bigger fashion brands are going to be either acquiring, partnering, and collaborating with smaller boutique and local brands, kind of like Oxford Cafe Detroit, to kind of fill in the gaps for those consumer areas. That's just something I wanted to leave out there a question that was posed to kind of get an idea of what the market is nowadays, or what the market is doing currently in the luxury space when you're talking about fashion and consumer goods. So that's it. I don't want to keep you guys long. Just want to touch on a few things, and then also again to thank you guys for walking with me through these 10 episodes. We got more coming. That's a wrap. That's a wrap for this week's CUL Report. Be sure to follow, join, subscribe with us on all platforms. Oxford Cafe Detroit for the latest luxury leisure goods and accessories. Oxford Cafe Group for your exclusive luxury leisure events and content. I am your host, Mr. Ike. Tap in with us next week. In the meantime, stay creative, stress less, drink more champagne. Blessings in life. Cheers.